it for Dexter.
Woo, woo, woo! I am your host, Kat Steele, and this...
I'm Mandy. How you doing? How you doing out there? Thanks for joining us once again. Another excellent episode. I liked this episode a lot. Episode 11, Hop a Freighter. Go ahead and hop a freighter.
Just do it.
So how'd you like it?
A little grumpy about it. I didn't hate it. I'm a lukewarm.
Okay.
For reasons that I will discuss later on during like killer moments, because there were some things where I was like, but no, I feel like there's a lot of momentum, and I felt like this was another ramp-up episode, kind of where they had to get a lot of smaller plot points out of the way for the grand finale, obviously.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm really excited, though, to see what happens next week. So we'll
I am kind of in agreement with that, just because it does seem like, and I won't go on and on about this, we will dive into Hop a Freighter, but it does seem like we started out slow, and then it's like, we gotta fit everything in, you know?
Yes.
And I feel like they're kind of skipping over some possible really cool moments, some interesting information.
Yes, and some interesting relation. I want history.
Yeah.
Give me the history.
Yeah. So anyway, we have lots of people going after Jordan Chase. We have Deb and Quinn going after Chase.
We do.
We have Lumen and Dexter romantically going over Chase.
Oh, yes.
Moving the pawns of Harrison's toys.
No, that giraffe is symbolic for love.
And then, of course, Nanny is with Harrison in Orlando, planning the party that Dexter forgot about. Forgot about his own son's party. Oops.
Oopsie-daisy.
And then all throughout this, Liddy is spying on Dexter. And then Dexter...
the time had come. We all knew it was going to happen. Yeah. He's not the final boss. He's like a subcategory boss. So it's, you know... He's not going to be the last episode.
You're always really clever when it comes to saying how, you know, the title of the episode, what is the theme of it? Hop a Freighter. I was really thinking about that because I always admire how you say, oh, the theme is this, and it means blah.
Well, you were so sweet. I did some thinking on the subject. So Hop a Freighter, the idea is escape. And so I was thinking about all the different characters and how that relates to them. So I was thinking Dexter and Lumen, there was a scene where they were talking about eloping, and they actually said the term hop a freighter, and the idea of escaping and running away from it all. And Dexter has a history in the past. I mean, he did this twice now, I believe, where he has planned to escape, just disappear completely. He did that at the beginning of the season, too. So it's interesting that came up, but this time he would escape. It would be eloping, really. Also, I thought about it in terms of Jordan Chase, a.k.a. Eugene Greer, I believe. They mentioned very briefly his history, where when he was 18 years old, raised by a single mother. Small town, nothing. Got up and went to the big city, changed his name, changed his personality, possibly even got plastic surgery. Talk about hopping a freighter. That is the ultimate escape.
And he almost did. He almost hopped on a plane.
You're right.
But then he didn't.
And we'll see that, I mean, he was so close. So close. Yeah, so...
I don't think he was going to hop the plane.
Really?
Yeah,
no,
either do I. I think it was a pawn.
Cops there, he knew what he was doing, which I think we'll get into.
Yeah, it was a pawn.
And by the way, we're in HD. So click your HD button if you're watching on Blip, YouTube, Roku. We are now the official first HD web entertainment studio network.
Everything. Oh, also, Streamin Garage.
5 shows.
We have 5 shows on the Streamin Garage. We are obviously the super Dextery one.
And this new show.
We have a new show called the Wide World of Warcraft. So, fabulous.
So check out all our shows.
Absolutely. And Streamin Garage just got 2 million live views. We just hit that mark. So very, very exciting.
Yay! Thanks, guys. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for all your views. So...
let's do this!
On to the segment we like to call... Killer Moments. All right, and as you all know, this is when Kat and I talk about the moments in the show that we thought were either the most important, really moved it forward, were really exciting, we just loved them. So,
absolutely.
What do you got?
Oh, man. So, first killer moment I put, just chronologically, was when Deb tells Dexter all about Quinn. I felt like that there was a lot of information there, and also a lot of lack of information. I feel like Dexter was really trying to figure out how much she knew, because, I mean, not knowing that RoboCop was involved, you know, he believed that Quinn was entirely, singularly doing this investigation against him, and if he did something so awful that Deb refused to talk to him despite admitting to loving him, how awful could it be? What does she know? She didn't really reveal that. It was kind of glossed over. But what did you think of that?
I agree, and I really liked the chunk right after that where she says, you know, I care for him. I don't know if it's love. You know what is love? It's when there's a vigilante and there's a man that's going to help the vigilante. Yeah. Now that's love. Sounds sick, but that's what I think. And I thought that was, I loved that because it's showing more and more. I feel like the writers are giving us more and more, oh, Deb is understanding what the vigilante does.
Yes.
Oh, maybe someday when she finds out about Dexter, maybe she'll understand, or maybe, who knows, you know?
I agree. It's planting that seed of understanding, because I think it's not a matter of if she finds out at this point. I know that the show will continue for a 6th season. They got picked up. It's a matter of when.
And he even says, Dexter said in this episode, because Lumen's like, oh, you told Deb about us? And he said, no, no, no. And then she says, you know, do you think she knows? And he says, you know, I think she just kind of has this blinders up when it comes to Dexter. I think she loves him so much. Dexter is so important to Deb that I think, you know, sometimes she just has blinders up because she's seen a lot of clues over the seasons.
Yeah, a couple hints dropped, and I think she just stores that in the back of her mind.
Yeah, because she's a smart lady. I mean,
obviously, yeah.
And then, of course, a favorite killer moment. Dex gets tased.
Don't tase me, bro.
Don't tase me, bro. Don't tase me. Oh, what was your reaction? What was your exact reaction when that happened?
I wrote it down in my notes. Whenever I watch an episode of Dexter for the very first time, I sit and I literally
Can I have this
notes.
for a second?
Yes, you absolutely.
Don't tase me, bro.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I have to show that.
Can you pause that? Can you pause that?
What's that?
That's you when we're watching.
Oh, yeah.
Pause it.
Go back. Typing notes.
That's incredible.
Because this is what I do. I mean, yes, they're not the most insightful of notes, but let's see. I wrote, don't tase me, bro. WTF. Oh, shit. Yeah, that was my star.
Yeah. I was all, oh, did you see that? Dex got tased.
It was so good. I was not expecting that. Yes, RoboCop's crazy. We should have, but it was so good. He just.
Oh, I loved it. I loved it.
Oh man,
I am a fan of the taser.
It's. Tell me about your childhood.
And you know, obviously it's important because then he gets into the van and Liddy gets stabbed.
Oh, it's a huge moment.
But the fact that Dexter gets tased, I mean, just,
It was a lot funnier than it probably intended to be.
I loved it. I loved
wonderful.
it. Yeah.
It's not being on the other side for us. He looked like surprised. He's like, oh, this is what I kind of do to people? Not that he tases people, but the whole shakedown and the takedown and the ambush.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a full-on ambush.
And then you know what else I loved? And this is, I don't know, this isn't necessarily a killer moment, but when Liddy's in the van and he's like, oh, you're popular. You just got a text. Do you want a clown for Harrison's birthday? Of course you want a clown.
Beep, beep, beep. Yes, we have to have this. And he's like writing back. I was like,
yeah.
How dare you?
There were some funny moments in this episode. And then of course the what was it? The cat that farts and burps
in Quinn's apartment.
In Quinn's apartment, when they're checking out Quinn's apartment and they have that fat cat up on the monitor, it's like it's like I wonder which writer was like, oh, I got something.
I found this on YouTube, guys.
I want to put this thing in.
Look what my cat does. It's really funny.
Cat farts.
Sits up like a person. Yeah.
Weird. But
I enjoyed it. It was very quirky. It was a quirky episode. It was a little something, something.
A little insight into Quinn's humor. And last but not least, speaking of Quinn, I loved that moment where he's looking in the van number one, he's putting his prints all over it, opening the door,
Yeah.
You know, he's trying to figure out what's going on with Liddy, and then that blood from Liddy's body slowly drips onto Quinn's shoe.
There. And when he was pulling out and driving away, you would think, big old white rape van, you wouldn't notice a little trickle of blood, but I mean...
That is so important that that's on his shoe.
I know.
And I know we're supposed to wait for predictions, but...
I know, but...
I'm so worried for Quinn. You know what these writers do to me? They make me not care about a character, and then they change it. And they make me love them, and they make me want them to be on the show, and they want me to have Deb fall in love, and then they drop that frickin' blood on his shoe, and you know he's gonna get framed. You know it.
Ooh.
Well, it's the moment of salvation, though, because in Dexter, you're right. There's so many times when there's a huge twist in character where it's like, I suddenly like this character, and I'm not really too sure why, but
like
I
Rita.
do. Rita, too.
I didn't like Rita, and then that right before she, died, she got likable.
You're right, and I feel like it's always the moment of like atonement, and then they kill you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like the fact that I felt for Quinn in this episode, and I was worried about him. I was like, oh, I'm so worried. Oh wait, he's gonna die now.
Yeah.
Speaking of change of character, now did we talk about that yet?
Change of character?
We haven't.
Killer moments? Did we get into that through a killer
We didn't make it a killer moment.
What
but
are
I
you
think it's
talking
worth
about?
talking about.
Jordan Chase's complete change of character in this episode.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Well, but it was like, so he's always been slick, and he has his hands off, and don't even touch me, and then suddenly, and she meant the world to him, right? And then
Emily.
he had the blood around, and then suddenly he just goes, ah.
Yeah.
It didn't make sense at all.
I never believed, and I definitely want to dive into this with Randy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Definitely.
so much to talk
But
about.
I never believed that Emily meant anything to him. I thought the whole time he was just using her.
20 years that he saved her and nobody else, and yes, he used her, but it seemed like this
have a point.
great psychological character, this great, it wasn't one-dimensional. It's like, what's
Yeah.
going on here? This is weird. And then suddenly he's like, nah. Like,
Poker!
Like, as soon as he came on, that, right, when he was with Deb, when Deb came up to him in the...
in his office, right? Oh, he
we
was
were both
very
like,
out of character.
It doesn't seem completely out of character. Something.
Yeah.
I did some thinking though. I agree he was out of character in the office scene, but with Emily Birch, I can see both sides. I can see where it'd be very out of character for someone like him who has preserved this very mentally ill woman who he has tortured in this little glass bubble. I could see how he could do that, but on the other end, this dude's a psychopath,
Yeah.
and he seems the type who could, at a stressful breaking point, completely snap and become violent and impulsive. But I don't know. It could be.
I think we should definitely get Randy up on here.
Oh my God! Randy
in our
will know.
segment we call Driving the Dark Passenger. All right.
All right.
Randy,
is,
are you there?
Randy here?
Oh, I'd love to say he was here.
Okay.
Oh, we'll give it a second.
Well, here.
Yeah, Randy.
We're going to have only audio, right? We're not going to see his face tonight.
Yeah, but now I'm not even getting his audio. Apparently, you guys aren't hearing that, right?
Goodness.
No, we're not
Well,
hearing
can we
that.
give a little bit of background about him?
Yeah,
Well,
let's try that.
Sure. So those of you who've seen this show before, you already know. Those of you who haven't, Randy Giorfi, he is a sociologist, and he comes on our show weekly to give just another aspect of these characters. Kat and I are mainly fans. That's really what we are. We try and know as much as possible, but we don't, obviously we have our views, in case you didn't notice. But we have Randy on because he is the professional,
he is.
if you will.
He's our Dexpert, if you will. Randy coined that. I so cannot take credit. That is, it's a great name.
Yeah.
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 But he knows what's up. We have delved into the psychology of the characters before, and every week it is just.
Oh, I
It's
hear a
like,
voice.
is Dexter in love? And who's crazy this episode?
Yeah.
But there was definitely some crazy this episode. Emily too. I mean, I gotta say, I'm very sad she's dead. I wanted to hear more about her.
A lot of people in the Dexter forum.
We have him.
Oh, we have him?
Oh, there.
Randy!
Randy!
Are you there?
Hello.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes. Can you hear us?
We cannot hear you.
Okay.
I can barely hear you, yes.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I think, is that off?
I think
I'm pointing to something on the ground. It makes no sense to
It's
you.
good. Go ahead now. You can hear me.
Randy?
And this week I won't even sound like I have the NyQuil in me, so it'll be a little bit better.
Yeah, everyone was sick last week.
Oh, that's rough.
Can you hear us though?
I can hear you enough.
Okay, good. So Kat and I, we didn't want to dive too much into Jordan Chase. Both of us were thinking, man, you know, we want to know more about Jordan Chase. It's the second to last episode. All of a sudden, you know, it's like they're trying to squeeze all this stuff in.
Yeah, now he was violent and kind of impulsive, and what is going on with this guy? I mean, we knew he was crazy, but now he's just unpredictable almost. So, Randy, what's your take on
We
that?
have sociopath versus a psychopath. You know, this is it's getting intense. I love this episode for many reasons, and one of the scenes was when what's the lady's name that he has the blood on her neck? I'm really bad with names, obviously.
Emily Birch.
Okay, so when she goes, you know, it's not my fault, he turns around and it is to your fault. This man can't own anything. You know, it was the strangest thing. Then he attacks her. He didn't want any witnesses, he said. Before he attacked her, I was assuming he just meant Lumen. But he just went off. I mean, that was just completely, amazingly psychotic. Well acted, too. I mean, the behavior was just intense. And it just makes me wonder, you know, Dexter's got his hands full. Dexter, on the other hand, he's supposed to be our sociopath, right?
Yeah.
But he's so chivalrous. One of my favorite scenes, and maybe I'm the only one that liked it, was it looks like they're out there at the market shopping for jewelry.
Yes!
That romantic night. How appropriate for Dexter was that? That was awesome.
That was adorable, Randy!
That was my killer moment, I guess.
I agree. That was a good moment. It was so sweet. It's like they went knife fitting. This one's too big. Oh, does this fit your little hand? Romance.
But going back to Chase, with he's just so out there and psychotic right now. He did say before he completely went off, it was disgraceful. He never had to be involved physically or something like that.
Yeah.
So that's when he just went off to the races. So now he's going to do something he's never done. I think a few weeks ago we talked about, you know, I could be way off base, but I wondered if maybe he was impotent his whole life, and now, you know, he had other people do for him what he couldn't do, and here now he's going to get hands-on, and boy, does he ever, even in the previews, which we won't talk about right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
so you know, so Mike and Kat were saying how it was so out of character and all that, but a psychopath could just flip out at any moment, right? I mean,
right.
Yeah.
Wow.
And of course he has to flip out now. We only have one more episode.
I know.
Touche.
I know.
That makes sense, though.
That was a big thing on the Dexter Showtime Wiki forum. That people are disappointed that he's such a great character.
Yes.
You know, it's a great character, and it just seems like, you know, we got these blips of his past from Deb's dialogue, and now
I know.
he's psychotic, and we have one episode left.
He's a great villain. He really, really is. And now, you know, with Randy, you know, you sharing that information about his pathology, that makes sense. And it's like, oh, I want to know more now. Like, how does a person become like that?
What was the switch that made him say, I want to lose weight, I want plastic surgery, you know?
Yeah. What is that huge change that he had, Randy? I was wondering if you had any, you know, thoughts on just his huge change from being, you know, overweight, Eugene Greer, and moving to, you know, the big city, getting plastic surgery and becoming Jordan Chase. I mean, that's like, you're changing yourself. What about that?
Again, what I love, Kat, you know what I love about Dexter, one of the biggest things is he's always talking with his mind. We get to hear Dexter frequently with his mouth closed talking. It would be wonderful if they would do that with Chase part of the time, too. We don't get to get into his head with everything that makes him tick. But going to what you sort of asked, look what he looks like in the picture. They even do the before and after.
Yeah.
This is not a ladies' man, okay, in the beginning, right? So in changing his image, I mean, he's a big motivational speaker now. He's, I assume, half decent looking, at least compared to the old picture. He probably had liposuction. It apparently worked well. You know, he wears the best of suits. He's changed his image to be something that he respects. But we don't know the missing element here that's making him flip out completely yet. we'll know, I'm assuming, this last episode, unless they want to break it into the next, now that there's going to be another season, they could carry it over a little with him, but I won't go into the predictions yet. Never mind. I was going to go somewhere, but I'm not going to.
No, it's fine.
Actually,
I know part of me was thinking, I kind of hope they bring him into the next season. Everyone thinks he's going to get killed in the last episode, because he has Lumen, you know. Yeah, I mean, the thing that's crazy that I just thought about is every single person knows who Jordan Chase is. I mean, Masuka, everyone's heard of this guy.
Right.
I mean, what would the equivalent be, like Tony Robbins, but more kind of Magnolia style Tony Robbins, I guess? I don't know. But I don't know. I kind of want to know Randy's predictions now.
Yeah, might as well. Bring them on.
Well, in the chat, we were all kind of in the chat room before talking about the predictions a little bit too. But you know where they show it looks like Deb's going to see Dexter, and I know that's been a prediction all season long.
Yeah.
I almost thought that was just a good little cutout that Dexter either dropped the knife or did something, but it had nothing to do with Deb. As a matter of fact, he kind of had a certain pained look on his face, like something might have just been done to him at that point too. Yeah. I don't think Deb's going to see that he's doing it.
I agree. I completely agree, because it almost happens every week. They show a preview, they edit it and switch things, and yeah,
it's never really.
So I have a prediction that's not an edit. Are we going with predictions yet? Should I?
Yeah, what the heck?
All right,
let's do it.
I think
we'll bring it back.
That Lumen kills Jordan Chase. But as she's dying, like, he gets her, and then, so Dexter is, like, hovering over.
Wait, he gets her? Oh, Jordan kills Lumen.
Jordan kills Lumen, but, you know, injures her badly, and Lumen gets one last in on him, so kills him as she's dying.
Okay.
Dexter's holding Lumen, and in walks Deb.
Drama!
And then it makes sense, because now they realize Lumen, but then how do you still then get Dexter out of all that? Because how does she get through her head, or maybe not? Maybe you want a season 6 going. She kept saying, she says it a lot, that maybe she has help. Right, so this is number 13. They realize Lumen was 13 when she's dying in Dexter's arms. Dexter pretends not to know about any of this, maybe, but now Deb has these, like, something's going on here, and so season 6 can set up for Deb sort of looking at Dexter differently. That's how I think it's all figured out.
Interesting.
If Lumen gets killed, I'm gonna let out a big groan, because it just seems like they're rehashing, Dexter's lover's dead again.
Which they didn't even cover that well this season. Again, it seemed like they were all ready to cover that, and then things changed, and then suddenly it became like, so oh my God, what's he going to do with the kids, and this whole guilt thing? It's like, just get rid of the kids. Let's move on.
Yeah.
And they really didn't cover
that. They had to get rid
well.
of the kids.
It was 2 weeks in, and you were already into a whole new.
Randy, what do you think? What do you think?
I think about what Mike just said?
No, well, that, I guess, but your predictions too, everything.
Your predictions.
Well, you know, again, last week, we have to discount everything I said last week. I'm blaming that on the cold. But yeah, she's not going to kill herself. I don't believe anything I did last week. That's out. I would like to see Lumen still in the next season. I'm actually starting to like this relationship. I got to tell you, it's just so unique. A romantic, sociopathic, hand-in-hand with the knife relationship. I didn't know I was going to like where this was going, but I kind of do right now. Deb, she's getting smarter. All of a sudden in the season, she has all the answers. So I like what Mike's saying too, where they're really beefing her up towards the end here. Could have a lot of fun with Deb next year. I have to go with agreeing with that she's going to be knowing something's up, and you know she loves Dexter, so she be protecting him.
And then you always have the Quinn Liddy thing. You know that's in there too. That's going to throw Deb or throw whoever.
Even Quinn had a sincere moment yesterday. You know, I usually make fun of it being Harlequin, but okay, it was a sincere moment about how he really feels about her. He was being sincere when he messed up. It has potential for next season.
They're making him likable because they're going to kill him.
They're making him likable. I don't know if he's going to die. I think he's going to get framed and put in jail. But anyway. Anywho. Well, Randy, thank you once again. We miss your face, but we hear you. And we think
you know what was nice? I got to wear my curlers tonight since the video. It's okay.
Oh, goodness. Yes.
We appreciate you always, and we will hear from you and hopefully see you next week.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you, Randy.
Thanks, everybody.
Oh, man. I know we can't control ourselves. We have to get in predictions, and we're going to get back into them when Paul gets up here, I know.
Well, it's kind of what we do. It always goes into predictions.
Yeah, but before we have Paul, We have a very special guest on tonight, and of course we're gonna have this rigmarole that you're not gonna see once we edit it all, right?
Magic.
Right? But we have a very special guest. His name is Rick Marcus. He is a stuntman / actor. He does them both, people. And he was a stunt double for Stan Liddy in last night's episode. Come on, Rick Marcus. All right. Oh, there's the picture. I love it.
That's awesome.
And hello, Rick.
Thanks for having me. Hi.
Welcome.
Thanks for being here.
Hey, thank you.
Very exciting. So, of course,
Yeah.
you doubled Stan Liddy.
Yeah, I had the shirt. Did we see the picture already? Did everybody see the picture?
Do
Yeah.
that again.
Because that's how I got the job. I had the shirt. Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
No, I'm just kidding.
It's that's how I get most of my work.
You just dress the part.
Because of the nice Tommy Bahama shirts.
Because I keep everything in my closet that I possibly can.
Brilliant. Well done.
So, out there in
Yeah.
in the world out there,
Yeah.
we are wondering how do you get this role? How do you get to be the stunt double for Stan Liddy?
Wow. So how do you get to be a stunt double for Stan Liddy? RoboCop.
RoboCop.
Yes.
Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That's so cool.
Yeah. Which I didn't even know that's who I was going for.
Oh my gosh.
Well, here's the story. Actually, my wife, who's in your studio audience here, actually, with me tonight, she was actually working. She's a stunt woman, and she was actually working with the guy who is Dexter's stunt double.
Oh, I see.
But on a different show. They were working on a different show together, and he said, "Hey, do you know anybody that could double this guy?" Shows her a picture of Peter Weller. And she said, "Well, actually, yeah, my husband can." Just so happens he's a stunt guy, and he looks kind of like that. Kind of pull the hair back a little bit, kind of this and that. Yeah, it's...
Yeah, I hear you. But yeah.
No, not so much?
No, you do, but I
Yeah.
mean, I'm trying to compliment you.
Really?
Yeah,
I
in
thought
40.
the picture was just a mirror. It
Yeah.
was a mirror image, I thought. Yeah, like looking in the mirror.
But that helps, obviously. You want to look somewhat like
It
your
does.
double.
Yeah, you do want to look someone like. And sometimes you make better doubles for people than others. I've doubled a lot of different people. And sometimes you make a really good double for them. And sometimes, like this time, I made a pretty good double for Peter, I thought. But, certainly not a dead spot-on double. Yeah.
And the actual stunt, I mean, Dexter's tied up and he kicks Peter Weller in the face.
Yeah.
Right?
So there's a whole orchestrated wrestling / fighting / tussling kind of thing going on in the van.
Oh, that was nuts in that confined space.
Yeah. Well, we actually, it looks very all kind of disorganized, but it's all very planned out, and everyone's kept very safe, obviously. Just a controlled struggle until finally he gets kicked in the face, goes down on the ground, and then, of course, knife in the chest.
The knife in the chest. And did they show you getting the... Because I see his face,
Yeah.
but...
Well, and just like so many things, you shoot it so many times in so many different ways, I don't really know how it's going to end up getting cut together.
Interesting.
But I ended up doing the whole thing from, with many different times, all the way to getting killed. And then sometimes then he stepped in finally for the death of it, so we could see his face. And then other times, then there was a piece that... Can I talk about all this? We're not just... disclosing any, like,
You're the one who had to sign disclosure, probably, not
trade
us.
secrets, right? Oh, yeah. Here's my career on the line.
It's your career, I don't care.
I want to get in one.
Right.
Let me ask you this before you get into that.
Let's go back
Were you a
20
Dexter
minutes,
fan? Did you watch Dexter? Did you see it before? Were you a fan, or you didn't care?
Here's the thing. No, I know. I'm on the show. I'm not even a fan of Dexter.
okay.
I got to be honest. I have not even seen an episode of Dexter.
Okay.
But this show, watching you guys do all your pre-show and talk about this, I am intrigued.
Indeed, sir. Indeed.
You were in? Did you watch your own episode?
I didn't even watch my own episode.
It was so,
How
oh my
was
God,
it?
your scene was amazing.
I
Yeah.
That's the way you described it. You
After
talked
the
about
show,
band and
we
how
have it-
He's talking about it. He's like, oh, you got to send a yes to the clown.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw him say that so many
Oh my
times.
God.
And then when you said that, I was like, hey, I recognize that
Yay!
scene. Yeah.
Okay, after the show,
Do I sound-
seriously, we've got on TiVo. You've got to see your
I gotta
scene.
watch
You were
it.
awesome.
Okay.
Do I sound like him? I want to get back into the police. Do I sound like him? Do I sound like him?
I thought he was in the room, actually. Yeah.
Sanity.
Yeah.
I practiced. But you were gonna say there was a metal.
Yeah, so then they put a little thing on his chest, you know, where the knife could kind of, where it's raised up, but it looks like his chest, the knife can go in, you know, so you just see that nice slow death moment.
So it's not a
there.
fake knife.
Well, then we use that one too.
Oh.
They did it multiple
Ooh.
ways. Yeah, sometimes sometimes they use the fake knife that kind of punches in, and then other times they used a harder knife that actually goes into this kind of prosthetic piece that shoots all the way in. So
I love it.
yeah.
I have so many questions. How long
Yeah.
did it take to shoot? Like a couple days,
Yeah.
or just an after? That sounds like it couldn't have just been an afternoon. I mean,
No,
there's-
it's a couple days, just because there's a
Wow.
lot involved.
I love that.
Especially because it's such a small space.
Oh yeah.
There is a lot involved, and I know it probably flies by like that when you watch the episode, which I will watch. I promise I will watch. But I know it flies by, but it actually took a couple days to shoot it all.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Do we have any questions in the chat room, or should I keep asking my questions?
You can keep asking yours, and I'll
Okay.
look. So chat room, start asking questions.
Okay. I was curious.
Yeah.
What is Peter Weller like?
You know, Peter is a cool dude.
Yeah?
Actually, yeah. I never met him before. He's an interesting guy, and he is a fan of jazz.
Oh,
Really?
I think that's okay to say. I hope so.
I think so.
Peter,
I would
if you're
hope.
watching this show, and I know you are, I just gave it up that you're a fan of jazz.
Police.
So, yeah, police.
Yeah.
And if it's not true, you are now.
And if it's not
Yeah.
true, I'm spreading a nasty rumor about Peter Weller. No, he loves jazz, and he is a jazz musician himself.
Oh.
And he is a brilliant, brilliant man. I believe he now has his PhD. I don't know in what he's getting his PhD. He's a brilliant man. Yeah, just a nice guy.
Excellent.
So
Nice guy, too.
cool.
So it's neat. Yeah.
Okay, a couple of questions.
Robocop.
Chat room.
Yes.
How did they do the blood oozing out?
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, the blood oozing out was actually, I think you may have seen part of, I don't know how much of the body you see, but I actually did at least a couple shots of that. I'm laying on top of a tube, and there's a big, giant blood pack out of the shot. And so it's on my back, and so then as they roll cameras, then they squeeze all the blood through the tube, and I think it just came out underneath kind of my arm, and then just out the van and down the door. So
That's cool.
Magical.
Dark Defender 533-1 wants to know what it was like working with the director of the episode.
yeah, he, you know what, he was great because they actually had some, there were some issues with the episode. Anytime you do some action, you know, we had a few things that, we'll call them technical difficulties that can go wrong. But he held us cool, and he just kept the thing rolling. He kept moving right along. And when we had to break and move on, sometimes he had to, it kind of threw off, a couple things happened that kind of threw off his whole shooting schedule for the day. And so he, you know, he had to kind of reorganize, jump to a new scene, knowing we were going to come back to that, which as a director, I'm sure can be pretty hairy.
Yeah.
So, but he kept us cool, and he was great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, is it John Dahl? I should know this.
Yes.
D-A-H-L. Dahl.
Ah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, nice, great guy.
Excellent. And super organized from what you say
Super organized.
to
yeah.
bounce back like that.
Yeah.
And you worked with Michael C. Hall too.
Did.
How is he?
I did. Yeah, he's all right. Oh, what? What did I say?
Was he wonderful?
He was, yeah. You know what? He actually, I'm sure people have said this about him before. I know you've had other guests on your show, but he's super nice.
Yeah.
Kat,
That's
we have
awesome.
something. Kat, you've already.
Eh?
Hold on, there's a cat thing here. Let's go to this cat thing.
What'd
right
I
there.
do?
What happened?
Rick Marcus.
How did you get Rick
Yeah,
Marcus?
Rick, that's right.
I look just like him.
That's crazy.
That
Cat with
happened.
Michael C. Hall.
Is that one of those cardboard cutouts?
No, even better. It's a real thing. No, I got to meet him on my birthday.
Okay.
It was a very lovely present from my friend Janelle.
Yeah.
That's a big present.
I know. I almost had a heart attack. She interviews a lot of celebrities for forums and such, and she's like, "Hey, I'm interviewing Michael C. Hall tonight. Do you want to come and meet him before his talk?" And I was like, oh, "Yeah,
Awesome.
I did."
And how many times did you call him Dexter?
Oh, the whole time I was he was so nice to put up with me, though. I must have creeped him out. I was so awkward.
I bet you there was a little part of him that was like, oh.
Well, it was wonderful because she's
This
like,
poor
come to
little
him before
girl.
his talk.
Yeah.
So he was like getting ready to be interviewed, and he was in the dark corner, like, very shadowed. And I walked back there, and I'm like, Mr. Hall Dexter, and he like walked out of the shadows. He was like, "Hello there," and I'm like, ah! He was so brooding. It was wonderful. Anyways,
That's how I found him too. Brooding and wonderful. Yeah.
Dead Pixel Live in the chat room wants to know, can you take him in a fight, Michael C. Hall?
yeah.
I can't. I would not be able to take him in a fight. No, he's a very physical actor, actually. He a lot of the stuff, his stunt guy will come in and set up, and of course, obviously, if it's super dangerous or complicated, then he'll do. But a lot of times, his stunt guy will come in, set up the shot for him, and kind of show him what's going on, and he picks things right up, and he does a lot of his own physical acting. So he's a physical guy.
Very impressive.
And very impressive. Very impressive guy.
Grr.
Now, what are like a few other people you've doubled that we might know?
You might know. I spent some time on Heroes, doubling an actor named Jack Coleman,
Okay.
and
That's
he was
fun.
yeah,
Very
it was
cool.
fun. He was HRG in the Heroes episodes, so that was fun. Also, another great guy. Who else? I've doubled a handful of guys. Josh Lucas, I've doubled. Colin Firth.
Ooh. Very nice.
I like me some Colin Firth.
Yeah, really.
I do. I like Colin Firth. Yeah.
Is it the accent or what is it?
It's everything. It's his demeanor. I also saw him speak, and then he came outside and was like signing autographs. He just seemed really nice and awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is a nice guy.
Yeah.
He's a very nice guy.
Yeah. Well, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. A couple other guys. Oh, I got to double Bill Nighy. Oh! Not Bill Nye the Science Guy.
No, Bill Nighy from Love Actually.
Nighy from Love Actually. Like Love Actually.
The rock star.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah. Oh my
How
gosh.
cool is that?
Yeah.
Bill Nighy.
Oh my gosh. In one of the what's the movies?
Oh no, it was on.
With Kate Beckinsale.
No. It was a silly little movie that he did called G-Force.
Okay.
Yeah.
With the hamsters?
With the hamsters.
Oh my god, adorable. There's hamsters.
Oh, is this dirty?
Yeah.
That's an odd connection, but I believe it was rated G.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
I think you're thinking of someone else. Actually.
Oh, Bill Nighy.
Bill Nighy.
I didn't want to picture that, but anyway,
Yeah, Bill Nighy.
that's fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
He sounds like a character.
Yeah, he is a character. He's a nice guy too,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Aw.
Cool.
Dead
So much
Dexter
fun.
wants to know, and if you could say this, did Michael C. Hall shoot that scene with you, or was it his stunt? double?
No, he did. He did shoot that with me. Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
cool.
Yep. In fact, I think that was mostly him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Dead Pixel Live wants to know, have you ever been set on fire? I'm guessing as an actor. as a stunt man.
As an actor.
Not as personally.
Just in my own home. Yeah.
You're in cooking and you accidentally, no.
No, I have not had to do fire yet.
I guess
which is
leading to
good.
that, what's the most, is it terrifying for you stunt? Craziest stunt? Most difficult stunt?
Difficult stunts. I do. I'm kind of an all-around stunt guy, and so I do. Although I haven't had to do fire yet. Yeah, fires, it's kind of its own beast, and there's a lot of guys that specialize in that. But high falls, anything up to 50 feet. Going through windows, fighting, kind of all around. Classic bar fights. Motorcycles, cars, water work, all that.
And there's something about cars that I've heard about you recently.
Oh, yes.
Oh, really?
What was that? What did I hear? What was that? I'm totally embarrassing you right now.
You are. Yeah, that's all right. No,
You're just a very talented person,
Well,
and I like
thank
to, I like to brag about
you.
talented people.
I won a little stunt driving competition.
It's awesome.
Ooh, awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you No, that would
Squeal?
be a bad idea. No, you can't drive through fire. That's a bad idea.
Well,
Anyways.
you can, but
It's a bad idea.
yeah,
You
it's a
shouldn't
bad,
do
it's a
that.
bad idea.
But that's really cool though. Like, what kind of stuff did you have to do for the competition?
All kinds of stuff. Just we were sliding cars all over the place, and
That's
180s and 360s and 270s and reverse 180s and all that kind of stuff.
It sounds very fancy.
And some
It's
8675309s
309s.
What's that?
Cat does that in the 405 daily.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
when you rent a car.
No, that's just her everyday driving.
It's just how she parallel parks, right? Yeah, just like
got
sliding
skills.
90 right into the parking spot.
Oh, I wish.
Sean
Are there people who
thinks,
specialize in that? All right.
Sean thinks wants to know, when did you realize you wanted to be a
Obviously.
stuntman?
Well, I started off like every good stuntman should, and I went to college to be a music major. Yeah, so that's a direct road into stunts. So,
Yeah.
that's how you do it. No, it's true though, actually, but that's not a good road into stunts. I started in the local Southern California live action shows. So yeah, that was my first step into stunts. Magic Mountain here in California had a stunt show. Universal Studios has stunt shows. Disneyland. All these places have these live action shows.
Yeah.
So I kind of got my start there, and then started branching into film and television.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
It was fun.
Get to know
It's been fun.
people
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
hustle.
Hustle, hustle, hustle. In fact, that's a term. Yep. Hustling.
It is?
It is.
Hustling,
Ah,
hustling.
look at you.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Knowing your stunt terminology, even.
Dark Defender 5331. Any advice to those trying to break into film or television business? Dark Defender, do you mean in terms of a stunt or anything?
Stunt or anything.
We could all answer those
Or-
questions for you.
Do you want to be a PA? What do you want to do?
It takes a second. They got to catch up.
It's a,
Sure.
Dark Defender, what do you
Yeah.
want to do in the industry?
A director.
Yeah.
You probably must be a director.
Right.
Yeah.
And now they're trying to decide the best car chase scene ever in a movie. Do you have one?
Ooh. You know what? I gotta go with Ronin.
Ronin. Okay.
We have a
And Batman.
Gone in 60 Seconds. I think so.
Gone in 60 Seconds.
Batman.
He's
But,
saying the 1974 version of
Oh, the
Gone.
original.
yeah,
Oh, the original,
and then
okay.
Death Proof.
With,
You're
with
saying Ronin.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ronin.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the Batman with Heath Ledger.
And Dark Defender wants to
Doesn't.
get in any way he can, apparently. Anything.
Anyway.
My advice
Well-
is
Short-term or
do,
long-term?
intern in PA if you want to get into production.
Yeah.
Start at the bottom and be
Yeah.
willing to get coffee for 2 or 3 years and don't bitch about it.
Yeah.
What's your advice in terms of you want to be a stuntman? How do you get into that?
Get coffee for a stunt coordinator for about 2 years and don't bitch and moan about it. Yeah, you know, it's a lot of the same way. The industry's kind of the same no matter where you are. You got to put your time in, you know, kind of at the base level of any of these places. And, you know, because I've been doing this for about 15 years now. And I feel like I'm just recently starting to get some momentum going. So.
I was thinking about
Been in a
that.
scene with as RoboCop's body double. You're done, man.
Dexter?
There's-
Yeah, you're a
that's so
hero.
awesome.
But that's the thing is it's a big, you know, patience,
Yeah.
perseverance, patience,
Patience, lots of
patience, patience. Anyway. But Rick,
Yeah.
it was so great having you on.
Thanks for having me on.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we love
Yes.
hearing about it.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Yay!
Good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Rick.
Thank you.
Let's hear it once more for Rick Marcus. Which leads us right into our next weekly guest. Give it up, Kat. Go on.
Stump the king.
Stump the king, Paul Gobo!
Hello, babies! What is going on?
Dr. Johnny Fever every time you come on.
Booger! I gotta tell you, I'm tired. I'm not used to being up this late.
I know we had a late start.
Oh boy!
Thanks
I
for
gotta
your
go to sleep.
patience. See, it's a theme.
It is.
Patience.
Patience is a virtue. Well, hi, Paul.
Hi,
Remember,
everybody.
they're stumping us. I gotta get the chat room ready.
Both. We're gonna do what we
Alright.
did last week. I
Okay.
got some questions about last night's episode, and if they can answer them, then they can try to stump me, and they'll take home a prize, a lovely prize.
I won't say the answer this week.
Yeah, don't yell it out. Like
I got so excited I yelled at the answer.
It was adorable.
Here, I'll say this though about my predictions and stuff. And I'll say this about Chase's behavior. The deal on Chase is he usually has all these people. By the way, do you watch that show Chase?
No.
It sucks. It has nothing to do with that guy.
Then obviously it sucks.
The thing is, he's the puppet master, controller, and never gets his hands dirty. But unfortunately, all his puppets are dead. He has nobody. He can't call Scott Grimes. He can't tell Cole what to do. He can't have Boyd clamp. They're literally everybody is dead now in his thing. So he is forced to get his hands dirty and do. Because I mean, what's he gonna say? Who's he gonna call to take care
He
of this?
got his own
He
guys
can't even
killed.
call Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
he kind of got them all killed.
Well, I think.
He
didn't mean for it, though.
The last guy, he instead of trying to save him, he just called the cops hoping to get Dexter caught.
Yeah, I think I don't think he wanted to
Yeah.
get Scott Grimes killed, but I think he wanted.
I
to
thought there was going to be
get
some kind of
Dexter
cool
busted.
thing where there was a reason he was doing this. He's like, all right, I've used you guys. I don't need you guys anymore. And he kind of had this all planned
But
out,
he's
that
been,
didn't happen.
but he's
It's all-
had
it's all
this
randomly
relationship with
happening.
these guys since he was like 14. Like
Yeah.
deal. So yeah, I think like Randy said, he's impotent or whatever, and he was the one who orchestrates everything, and that's how he gets off.
Yeah.
Is by watching this and orchestrating it because he's always been in charge of
Yeah.
everything, but now it's all crumbling before him. He has to get his hands dirty.
That's true.
That's why he's breaking out of character. But that's
I guess
that.
I
But
wanna see that.
what do I know about television?
I guess I want to see that. I want to see I don't want to see the character, all the stuff happens that we don't see. I want to see that.
Me too.
I know we're
Yes.
first person perspective, we're on Dexter the whole show, but I don't know. Be nice
that
to
would
on
be
him for an
that would be a
episode.
nice thing.
Well,
Yes.
I was talking.
Maybe that's a web series, the B plot in the.
Well, maybe in the
I
next
wish.
season we see
Pull out your
we see
iPad.
the other side of Dexter. We get not only do we get to see Dexter talking to himself and talking to Harry and all that stuff, but then we see the guy who's killing people. He does the same thing. He talks to like a little dude in his back seat. And
Yeah.
He goes through things in his mind and he justifies why he's killing
Yeah.
people.
'Cause
And
I
you have to say
wish.
to yourself, boy, is Dexter really all that great now? Because both these people are justified.
because I understand Jordan Chase hasn't been on this whole season, but I loved how they went into detail with Trinity. It made you.
Exactly.
I mean,
my God,
Trinity-
fleshed him out.
We followed
Yeah.
Trinity for a lot of the time. We did
Yeah.
not follow Jordan
Yeah.
Chase at all.
And also because Dexter was completely wrong about Trinity.
Yeah.
He thought he had it all figured out, and he had to start from the beginning like we did, and watch and figure him out.
Yeah.
Well, they
They're waiting for
say.
your questions.
We became
questions,
Kyle Butler.
questions.
All right, here's question number one. This is the easy one. Be as specific as possible. What is the wallpaper on Quinn's computer at home?
Oh, that's easy. That's from this.
And I just said it's from last night's episode, but I'm
All right,
starting
so
off
with
easy.
an easy one.
Be as specific as
First
possible.
one, a car. No.
As specific as possible.
Oh wait, a car. Oh. Yeah, they gotta be more specific, right?
More
You want
specific.
specific.
Very specific.
Yeah.
I mean, Alan in Mad World, a Mustang.
Is that what it was?
I don't think it was a
See,
Mustang.
Mayberry Crutch has the farting cat who hiccups. That's what I thought it was.
No, that's
No.
a. s-
I know, that's-
yeah.
That was
That
that was a video.
movie
I wish.
file.
Marry Me Dexter says a red car.
No. Now you're just guessing.
John 5 Slash says a Buick. Candace 81 says a Corvette.
Nope.
What color?
Discovering Dex says a Camaro.
Yeah, that might. It's
Johnny Acid
close.
says blue. Wasn't it blue? Says Sean Things. Alan in Mad World says it was blue.
Blue.
It was blue, yes.
All right.
But I think it was a Dodge Charger, but it might have been a Camaro.
So we're gonna get Discovering Dex Camaro.
Yeah, let's give it to. I like
Discovering Dex.
Camaro.
We'll
That's
give
a
you
good one.
Camaro, and now you gotta ask.
Now you get to ask me a question to try to stump me, and if you do, you win a prize.
Discovering Dex. Do you have a question?
Now, was that his car? Is that Quinn's car? That's because I've never seen him drive
I
that
think
car
he just.
before.
I think he just
Yeah.
loves cars.
Yeah,
Seems like a
that's
car
his
guy.
dream car.
Yeah.
Or maybe the car he had when he was in high
He
school.
seems
Yeah.
like a car
He
guy.
banged all those
Old Man
women
Hoodie
in.
says it was.
That's
a Charger.
right.
A Charger. Old Man Hoodie knows his cars. His classic cars.
Oh,
Hoodie.
maybe.
So discovering.
So he says, I thought it was a Dodge Charger too.
Oh,
but,
well then Old Man Hoodie has it right.
but it could have been a
You already gave
Camaro
out
by
the
the
Discovering
picture.
Dex.
Yeah,
Alright, Discovering Dex
we
and-
only got a glance of it. It could have been a Camaro.
Old Man Hoodie.
Okay, ask another thing. Discovering Dex thinks of a question.
Okay, here's my second question. This should be easy too, if you're paying attention. What brand of coffee was Lumen making when Emily called her? I noticed it.
Because I was like, ooh, what a great idea for a sponsor. Oh.
What?
Yeah.
Pete's.
That's
Pete's
right.
Coffee.
Pete's,
It says
correct.
Influnot.
Influnot, congratulations. Are you related to Balloon Knot? All right, Influnot, you get to ask me a question. So think of one. All right, here's number
Well,
three.
I can't keep up with this though.
What's
Wait, let me find
happening?
This and answer your. See, this is the problem with your little game.
My little
It doesn't
game.
work for the chat room.
It's okay. We're having
You're
fun.
on to my little game, aren't
Okay, I'll
you?
let you a little game.
All right.
You can private message me your questions.
Yeah,
How's that?
private message Mike the questions if
Questions.
you
If you
want
got
to
an answer
prize.
right, private message me the question. I'll answer
Private
that. Now I'll look in the
message.
chat room for the answers though.
There you go.
ahead.
All right. So who got that
And again,
second one?
you got to.
Who got Pete's Coffee?
Influent.
Influnot. All right.
And you got to then tell them what they do to get a prize. Remind them right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. If you want a prize, go to my website, which will be up on the screen in any minute. There it is, thekingoftv.com, and you can go there and email me and say, hey, I'm that guy who won that prize.
Pete's
And-
Coffee.
And we do have a question for you. For
Okay.
Discovering Dex, who got the first one sort of right.
All right, Discovering
What
Dex.
make was the van that Liddy was killed in?
I'm gonna say it was a. I'm gonna go Chevy van, like that song.
Cat seems to have a different answer.
You say it's different.
Rape van. Is that what they call it?
Yeah, rape van.
Rape van. It's the new '91.
The white rape van.
Only comes,
Dodge Abductor.
only comes in one color though.
Rick goes the Dodge Abductor. The Dodge
It was
Abductor.
actually a Ford.
Was
So
it?
Discovering Dex now gets two
I like the Dodge
prizes.
Abductor.
Discovering Dex gets two prizes.
No. He only gets the prize if he stumps me. You only get a prize if you answer my question and stump me. That's how it works.
Game over.
It's a
People do that.
two-pronged
Game over,
process,
man.
Mike.
I think pretty soon they're going to get
The
pretty
Dodge
pissed.
abductor.
Hey, when I send them the prize, they're
Okay,
pissed
Influence
because
still
they're
not asked
shitty
the
prizes.
question, but go ahead, ask another question while I wait for the Influence.
All right, here's
question.
my third question from last
Oh
night's
wait, I got
episode.
it. What did Doke's dad do for a living?
Those that new.
Daddy Dokes. What did Daddy Dokes
If
do?
not, please give me the answer because I don't have that.
As a daily, what was it? Daily Dokes
Make sure to give me your answers
doing.
at the same time.
Dokes.
Dokes. We were watching season 1 again.
We were. It didn't come up yet. We didn't get far enough.
I missed
Yeah, I gotta go
Dokes.
back
No,
and
but I
watch
missed Dokes.
season
Too.
one.
I miss Doke
I'm gonna have
so
to
much.
guess he was a custodian.
You will owe 2 prizes. Butcher.
A butcher.
Much like Dexter. All right. So that's Balloon Knot got that one. Who is it?
Influnot.
Influnot got that one. All right. So Influnot gets a
we
prize.
have got now another question from you, so you give away 2 prizes.
Right.
You are
All right.
0
Here's
for
the
2.
third one. Where did Liddy tell Quinn to meet him? Very easy.
This is in the last episode?
Yep.
I'm
The
trying to-
specific place
The
that he told
specific.
him, not by the docks or
Right.
Oh.
by
No,
the
this is
whatever.
specific, I
That was
remember.
my answer.
But the name.
I was
Yeah.
gonna sing the Otis Redding
The
song
name
to
of
you.
the part of town.
Yep,
No,
more than just the
no,
docks.
no,
Everybody
no.
say the
neighborhood.
docks. We need more than that.
The neighborhood he told him to
Docks
meet
by
him
the
at,
bay? No, cute.
where they were sitting on the dock
Yeah.
of the bay. Oh, I might have
Watching
stumped
the tide.
everybody this week.
People have docks. I do remember a part of it.
Yeah, he said it twice
Yeah.
on the phone.
Yep.
Shoot.
Of course.
Nobody?
I only remember the
You don't wanna
dock
yell it out
part.
this
Bay
week?
Harbor.
Trying to read my writing.
There you go.
Wait.
Marry Me Dexter's getting closer. The gas docks
It was, yeah, meet me by the
It
gas
was?
docks at,
at, is it Old Bay Harbor?
no,
Okay, the gas docks by, at,
yeah.
What?
They've already
What's
got
the
that.
answer?
You're my key to being in a police again.
filling dock or something.
Meet me at the gas docks at, are we giving
Filling
up?
dock?
Is everybody giving up?
No, Bayfront Park. Old
That's it, Bayfront Park.
Bayfront Park.
Well, now how do you do this? Because one person got part of it. I guess Neo Sayam
Bayfront Park.
won.
Bayfront
Why
Park.
do people use capital letters?
Because they're yelling. They're
No, why don't they? Because I
Oh,
can't. I know
I
what the
see.
name is. It's Neo Sayam.
Neosporin?
Who gives me a woot? Neo Sayam won. Give your next question.
Yeah, congratulations, Neo. Or should I call you Mr. Anderson?
Matrix, right?
That's right. Yes, there's the picture.
I'm a
Oh,
nerd.
there
I'm
is
a nerd.
Trinity and Dexter. So
No, I
Bam.
Okay.
Look
Fine.
out. I was a stand-in on
Neo,
Heroes too.
let's have a question from
Greg
you.
Grunberg.
This is the last one. You got one more?
Nice.
Not really though.
We're running out of time. You got one more or do you not have one more?
Not really.
Okay, we it?
Paul?
We
What?
it?
I don't have any more questions.
All right,
No.
let's wait for Neo.
No, I'm done.
Do you have a prediction?
I really don't have. Well, I don't know. I have a
wait.
prediction. Here's the thing about this season. You know, I was talking about this with my girlfriend. And I think there's something crazy going to happen with Lumen, or here's what I really like. It's like this. They're setting shit up to happen that's crazy, but then I think like the nanny is the perfect example. Every time you see her, you're like, "What? When is she gonna steal that kid?"
Yeah.
Right. When he sent her to Orlando.
Yes!
When he sends her to Orlando, you're like, "That she's gonna abscond. She's gonna take off."
She's
with
gonna
the kid.
suddenly be in Cuba.
And I
She's like, I have
when
your
she
kid.
was when she was on the phone, I'm like, we're gonna see her in Times Square with that kid. But I think here's my prediction: nothing will happen. She's not going to do anything.
I don't think so either. I don't think so either.
And that's what they're setting up every week. They're setting it up so we go.
I'm telling you, it was different writers, showrunner, who set
You
up
think
the
so?
end of last season. Let's kill her, and I'm out of here. Bye. I'm going to my own shows on HBO. I think he sold some shows to HBO.
Yeah.
And this new guy came in and goes, let's just get rid of let's get rid of the kids.
Yeah.
I really
Yeah,
think
the
that's what
nanny,
happened.
the nanny
means
thing, I
nothing.
think is going
I
to
think
just
I think it's a total red
a
herring.
lot of people
Dead
on the
Pixel Live has a
forum.
question for you.
Yes,
Kinda
Dad.
on. What's the name of your imaginary girlfriend?
Booyah!
Pixel Live.
First of
Come
all,
on,
she's
that is
Canadian.
wrong.
And the
And she lives in
reason,
Canada.
yeah, she
And
lives
occasionally.
in Canada, and that's why she can't be on the show because she's in Canada.
She's in Canada.
But when
Eh?
she'll be on, she said she's coming back in 4 weeks. Are we still doing the show in 4? Oh,
Oh!
Gosh, what is that all about?
sorry.
Okay, Neo's question is, what was Rita's husband's name? First husband, what was his name?
Oh, Rita's husband's name. I'm gonna act like I don't know this because you think you're a smartass, but his name was Paul. Duh.
All right.
That's my name. That's why I know that. Because that's my name. Here's my question. What did Paul use to what was the evidence that he used to proclaim his innocence and Dexter's
I
guilt?
know that.
Do you know it?
Oh, really?
I'm trying to remember.
I know.
I think so.
They
Oh,
don't
the
know.
shoe.
The
Yeah.
shoe.
The shoe.
That's right.
shoe.
Paul
I
and the
didn't think we were
shoe.
answering. I thought we were giving it to the crowd.
Nah, that's too easy. That was just one for the kids at home.
All right,
right.
so that's your only prediction is Nanny? Doesn't
Yeah,
correct?
that nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah,
with her.
here's the deal.
Zero.
I'm going to throw these out there because I respect the
Oh
wiki
wait, Paul
forum.
was the second husband.
That is the second husband.
Huh?
First husband.
I don't remember her first husband.
What?
Yeah, the first husband that there was talk of him.
Paul's
but
wrong. Oh my God, they're all going crazy. Paul, you're wrong.
Oh God!
Yeah.
Oh God! Come
I didn't get
down!
it.
Come
Oh my
down!
God.
Sorry,
Yeah, all
sorry.
caps, I get it.
There's a
All caps.
talk
Wow.
there's a talk of a first husband, but he was never in the
Okay.
show.
And his name was?
I don't remember.
No.
I don't know.
Stan,
It'd be funny if it was Paul again, but you obviously meant the second Paul.
Steve, John.
Yeah, well, how do they know I didn't mean the
It's
first
not
Paul?
Paul. It's not Paul.
Sven.
Obviously not.
Is that really the name? John Allen Ackerman.
I said John.
She did say
It's my
John.
second guess,
All right.
but I said
To be
John.
fair.
Wow, really? So
That
she's
doesn't
married-
count. I didn't get
She's
it.
married 3 times. Man, she deserved to be murdered. She was used up, man. She had nothing left to give, is what I'm saying.
Does your imaginary girlfriend know you're saying these things about women?
Wow.
Why don't you ask?
This is what
her?
happens
She's
when we do late night.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm supposed to be controlling this now, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Why bother? Why start now? Here's the thing. If
Hey.
you want a prize, go to my website, thekingoftv.com, and send me an email, paul@thekingoftv.com. And there on my website, I have pics of what to watch every day. And, of course, you can listen to my podcast, The Paul Goebel Show, where I interview people about television. We talk about all the things. And this week, we'll be talking about terriers being canceled on my new show, Stupid for Terriers.
Aww.
We just sold it to,
So here's the deal, folks. Okay, with a little wrap up. We haven't really said tons of predictions, but that's the thing. Check us out on Facebook, like us, and then tell us what you think what are your predictions?
Yes.
But I
Let
think
us
we did
know.
exact. Did you give exact predictions? Let's go through them one more time. What's your exact prediction for the finale?
I have a few.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
Dexter kills Quinn.
Wait, Quinn. Okay, good. I
'Cause
was
he
going to say that already
sucks.
happened, but yeah.
Oh, he's in trouble. Okay.
Okay.
Dexter kills Quinn. I don't know if I believe that anymore. I wrote that before. Anyways, okay. Deb finds Lumen, lets her go free, and she has to leave forever. What?
She lives in a castle? What is,
Yes.
With a prince?
Yes. No, wait,
Well, there's a
prince.
curse on Lumen. She can't ever come
see.
back to Orlando
Yeah.
until the curse is lifted.
That's
She
right.
has to grow her hair really long.
Right.
Yes, that's right.
Do it to your camera.
So, I just had a couple little points too, like miscellanea. Can I throw miscellanea
Yes,
in?
go for it.
Okay, really fast. So, first of all, I just wanted to point out that all of the statues that have been used in Dexter so far, whenever there's a statue in the room, they seem to be safe from outside evil forces like Jordan and Evil Quinn and RoboCop. So, there was a statue in this episode as well as a statue a couple episodes back. So, I just wanted to make a metaphor between statues equal protection. It's a lot like a protective spell that a cleric would cast in D&D. Also, it's a lot like Highlander, where they have holy ground, where you can't fight each other to become, there can be only one, the immortal, the last remaining immortal, if you're on holy ground. Also, I just wanted to point out how very sad I am that Jordan Chase is no longer the villain that I thought he was, because the best heroes have the best villains. That's all I have.
And Mandy, what's
All right, here goes. I think Lumen is going to take the fall for Dexter. I think that she is going to be the vigilante, and I honestly think she is going to be... Although now I'm thinking, now that you said this, I think Dexter's going to find a way to get her to escape somewhere. No, screw that. No. She's going to take the fall. That's it. She's going to be handcuffed, and who knows. I think Dexter is going to go on with his bad self. I don't think Deb is going to find out this season at all about Dexter. I think Quinn is going to get framed because of that blood on his boot, and he is going to say how he killed Liddy, and Deb's going to be like, "Oh, you killed Liddy? Oh, how great of you!" And then he's going to go to jail, and Deb's going to feel bad, and she always loses her men. Sad. And then on the Wiki Dexter Showtime forum, here's a couple that made me smile. Lumen will kill Jordan Chase, and Deb will kill her. Deb and Quinn and Dexter and Lumen will come together and kill the bad people.
Kill and stab.
All three, unite. No, four.
Four.
Like Voltron.
Deb, Quinn,
God.
Dex, and Lumen.
Yes, like
Unite.
Voltron.
Choo-choo. And then a lot of people thought, Nanny is going to kidnap Harrison, or the nanny and Harrison are going to get kidnapped.
Why not?
Blah, fla, fla. No. No more about the kids. That's all I have to say about that.
It's
All
not
right,
gonna happen.
and I'm going to go back to the one I said earlier. What did I say? I can't remember now. I think that Lumen and Chase are going to kill each other, basically. As Lumen's dying, Dexter's holding her, and that's when Deb goes, "Stop right there!" And that's it. And Lumen's vigilante who killed everybody, and then she killed Jordan Chase at the end, and then season 6 is like, how did you know her? Sort of thing. That's how we leave it. And like Dexter's sort of in trouble, but not, and he gets out of it.
He's gonna have
which is
to-
lame. I admit. I think that's lame. If I wrote that, if somebody wrote that in my writer's room, I'd be like, no, come on, we can try harder. But I think that's going to be it. Hold on.
He's going to have to change his whole
Wait,
shoe
oh,
wardrobe.
I'll get close.
Oh.
to my mic.
Okay,
got it.
Elaine.
Ooh, Elaine.
Hold on, it's going to make a lot of noise. People are going to hate this. Put me on mute for 1 second.
Oh, you're so nice.
Let's get Elaine.
Save your little earbuds out there.
No. Man, I wonder if anything's
Okay.
going to happen with the
I
Venezuelan
have
cop.
one.
Oh,
Wait,
sorry.
okay, now I'm on camera. Okay, mine is the drips of blood. Okay, that went onto Quinn's boot. They're going to arrest him in some capacity about the blood on the boot, and then it will be revealed that actually Peter Weller is his dad. Which I've been saying.
You keep saying that.
Yeah. I like it.
And at that point, Batista will sleep with the young Hispanic cop.
Oh! Bounding and bounding.
right, let's see the room.
All right.
We have predictions in the chat room.
Yeah, let's take predictions in the chat room.
Yeah, anything...
I mean, they've been saying it all along, so I got to now try to go back.
Oh, good Lord. Restate your prediction, please.
Let's see. I'm going to go through the chat room right now, but it's kind of hard. Deb will arrest Quinn. Says, "Marry me, Dexter."
Deborah
Marry me,
will
Dexter.
marry me, Dexter.
Deb kills Chase. Lumen will go back to Minnesota, and LaGuardia will give up BJ. Says my parents. Super Crunch, of
Fair.
course.
I like that.
Dex loses his job either in this episode or beginning of next. I like that.
Oh.
Dex losing his job would be a good change of pace,
yes.
right?
Yes,
Because then he doesn't have inside information to cover.
But what's he gonna do? Is he gonna work at Starbucks or something?
Hey, Starbucks is not always a bad thing.
Quinn will take Deb back to his apartment to show her the pics of Dex Lewin, but the pics will be gone. Oh, right, the pictures, right?
They're there.
Yeah.
They're still at Quinn's,
there.
yeah.
As far as we know, they're still
Yeah.
there. Predict,
And he just threw that laptop in the freaking water.
I know.
let's mention that real quick.
Really?
How stupid was that?
That was the dumbest.
Here's a crime scene that they're
did
going to
that.
comb. That's, again, another, way... Now, is it just Dexter not thinking? And his dad not appearing to him, which he always would normally. Of like, hey, what are you doing? What happened to the code? What happened to teaching you? Cover your tracks. You're born to do this.
I know.
I've taught you since you were a kid.
I know.
And it's like second nature to you, and then you took the laptop and threw it in the water.
That was bad.
Which will be automatically recovered.
Yeah. That was stupid.
And he did have his gloves on, right?
Yeah.
But, I mean, yeah, that was really dumb.
Yeah, he could have at least, broke it or
smashed it up, yeah.
They're saying, didn't he take the hard drive and tape, though?
He took the tape
I think the hard drive
from the
is
video
internal
camera,
No.
but he did
The
not.
video camera tape, which you
Not that I
wanted
knew
with
of,
the
yeah.
I don't remember him taking a hard drive. I'm gonna rewatch
And
that.
yeah, there was a car rollover in the teaser, says Discovering Dex. Didn't that already happen?
No, there was a car rollover in the teaser.
Right, but didn't that happen
was.
in another season?
Yeah, when he was
Oh.
falling
Yeah, that
asleep
happened,
on the way
yeah.
home from killing somebody.
Yeah.
So here we go
Oh.
again. That was already
fell
done
asleep.
before.
Maybe they were just showing that clip from that season. When that happened last
It
season.
looked different. I don't know. It's like
all
they're
right.
pulling a couple new.
I think that's it.
That's all for now?
I'd say
Man.
let's go to our Facebook page, go to our youtube.com/Streamin Garage, the first HD ever live web broadcast network. Right? 20 years
Yeah.
from now, people will be talking about you guys.
That's cool.
Isn't that weird?
Ooh,
It's like this is where it all
fancy.
started. It's like Apple in the garage.
Aww.
Maybe probably won't make any of the money, but it's still cool.
No,
And
still
go
cool,
to
fingers crossed.
facebook.com/stupidfordexter. Give your predictions. We'll put up a what's your prediction thing. That way we can read them and make fools of you or praise you for being brilliant. So definitely get on the Facebook page and we'll do that. And that's it, right? You guys can wrap it up?
Yeah.
That's it. So HD from now on, and next week season finale.
Yes. Season
it's gonna be
finale,
good.
people. And don't forget the other shows in Streamin Garage. Stupid for Fantasy Football, Thursdays, 2 p.m. PT. And then we have Stupid for Movies, Thursday night at 8.
That's right. 8 o'clock PT.
Yep.
And then
We also
Strip
have
Down
The
Live.
Worst of 2010 coming up, a special coming up in 2 weeks for Stupid
Really?
Movies. Best movies and the worst movies.
Okay.
Special.
Strip Down Live, Wednesday night at 8.
And the 15th, we have another band on. Little Indians? I forget. I always forget.
10 Little Indians?
No. We got it December 15th. Just come watch
Okay.
it.
And then we have the new
guys who
show.
created Psych, the show Psych.
Okay.
The show creator.
Friendly Indians.
Friendly Indians, the show creator Psych's band.
Excellent.
Very cool.
And then the new show, World of Warcraft. What is it called?
Wide World of Warcraft.
on Saturdays, which we're
Yep.
going to replay all day tomorrow on Ustream for Cataclysm.
That's
Nice.
right.
So thank you all for joining us. We are so happy that you do, and we will see you next week, same time, same place. Stupid for Dexter.
Bye. On the Streamin Garage, we are obviously the super Dextery one.
And this new show,
We have a new show called the Wide World of Warcraft. So fabulous.
so check out all our shows.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, and Streamin Garage just got 2 million live views. We just hit that mark. So very, very exciting.
Yay! Thanks,
Woo,
guys. Thank you, ladies and
fancy.
gentlemen,
Love
for
you
all your
so
views. So,
Let's do this.
on to the segment we like to call Killer Moments. All right, and as you all know, this is when Kat and I talk about the moments in the show that we thought were either the most important, really moved it forward, were really exciting, we just loved them. So,
Absolutely.
what do you got?
Oh man. So first killer moment I put just chronologically was when Deb tells Dexter all about Quinn. I felt like that there was a lot of information there, and also a lot of lack of information. I feel like Dexter was really trying to figure out how much she knew, because I mean, not knowing that RoboCop was involved, you know, he believed that Quinn was entirely, singularly doing this investigation against him, and if he did something so awful that Deb
For Dexter. Woo, woo,
woo! I am your host, Kat Steele, and this...
I'm Mandy. How you doing? How you doing out there? Thanks for joining us once again. Another excellent episode. I liked this episode a lot. Episode 11, Hop a Freighter. Go ahead and hop a freighter.
Just do it.
So how'd you like it?
A little grumpy about it. I didn't hate it. I'm a lukewarm.
Okay.
For reasons that I will discuss later on during like killer moments, because there were some things where I was like, but no, I feel like there's a lot of momentum, and I felt like this was another ramp up episode, kind of where they had to get a lot of smaller plot points out of the way for the grand finale, obviously.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really excited though to see what happens next week. So we'll
I am kind of in agreement with that. Just because
the idea is escape. And so I was thinking about all the different characters and how that relates to them. So I was thinking Dexter and Lumen, there was a scene where they were talking about eloping, and they actually said the term hop a freighter, and the idea of escaping and running away from it all. And Dexter has a history in the past. I mean, he did this twice now, I believe, where he has planned to escape, just disappear completely. He did that at the beginning of the season too. So it's interesting that came up, but this time he would escape. It would be eloping, really. Also, I thought about it in terms of Jordan Chase, aka Eugene Greer, I believe. They mentioned very briefly his history, where when he was 18 years old, raised by a single mother, small town, nothing, got up and went to the big city, changed his name, changed his personality, possibly even got plastic surgery. Talk about hopping a freighter. That is the ultimate escape.
And he almost did. He almost hopped on a plane.
You're right.
But then he didn't.
And we'll see that, I mean, he was so close. So close. Yeah, so...
I don't think he was going to hop the plane.
Really?
Yeah,
no,
either do I. I think it was a pawn.
Cops there. He knew what he was doing, which I think we'll get into.
Yeah, it was a pawn.
And by the way, we're in HD. So click your HD button if you're watching on Blip, YouTube, Roku. We are now the official first HD Web Entertainment Studio Network.
Everything. Oh, also, Streamin Garage.
5 shows.
We have 5 shows on.
Because it does seem like, and I won't go on and on about this, we will dive into Hop a Freighter, but it does seem like we started out slow, and then it's like, we gotta fit everything in, you know?
Yes.
And I feel like they're kind of skipping over some possible really cool moments, some interesting information.
Yes, and some interesting relation. I want history.
Yeah.
Give me the history.
Yeah. So anyway, we have lots of people going after Jordan Chase. We have Deb and Quinn going after Chase.
We do.
We have Lumen and Dexter romantically going over Chase.
Oh, yes.
Moving the pawns of Harrison's toys.
Oh, that giraffe is symbolic for love.
And then, of course, Nanny is with Harrison in Orlando, planning the party that Dexter forgot about. Forgot about his own son's party. Oops.
Oopsie-daisy.
And then all throughout this, Liddy is spying on Dexter. And then Dexter...
the time had come. We all knew it was going to happen. He's not the final boss. He's like a subcategory boss. So it's, you know, he's not going to be the last episode.
You're always really clever when it comes to saying how, you know, the title of the episode, what is the theme of it? Hop a Freighter. I was really thinking about that because I always admire how you say, oh, the theme is this, and it means blah, 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 blah.
Well, you were so sweet. I did some thinking on the subject. So Hop a Freighter, I refused to talk to him despite admitting to loving him. how awful could it be? What does she know? She didn't really reveal that. It was kind of glossed over. But what did you think of that?
I agree, and I really liked the chunk right after that where she says, you know, I care for him. I don't know if it's love. You know what is love? It's when there's a vigilante and there's a man that's going to help the vigilante. Yeah. Now that's love. Sounds sick, but that's what I think. And I thought I loved that because it's showing more and more. I feel like the writers are giving us more and more, oh, Deb is understanding what the vigilante does.
Yes.
Oh, maybe someday when she finds out about Dexter, maybe she'll understand, or maybe, who knows, you know?
I agree. It's planting that seed of understanding, because I think it's not a matter of if she finds out at this point. I know that the show will continue for a 6th season. They got picked up. It's a matter of when.
And he even says, Dexter said in this episode, because Lumen's like, oh, you told Deb about us? And he said, no, no, no. And then she says, you know, do you think she knows? And he says, you know, I think she just kind of has this blinders up when it comes to Dexter. I think she loves him so much. Dexter is so important to Deb that I think, you know, sometimes she just has blind